There we go. Oh, and there it is. There's that puddle, which I can get around on the side there. Now there's the tough one. No, it isn't. Oh, yes, it is. I'm just going to ride it right up here. That's a bit of slippery. I am using newer tires this time around. When I came through a couple weeks ago, I was on some pretty worn out Shinkos in the rear. All right, what's this like? Now, mind you, I am on a Moto Guzzi V7, so I don't have a ton of clearance like an enduro or a dual sport. I mean, this is a dual sport just for the simple fact that I'm making it a dual sport, but it doesn't have a lot of clearance naturally. I'm going to get out of that rut. And into this one. Ruts still freak me out, especially those with rocks like this one. I don't feel the most comfortable riding ruts standing up completely yet, especially if they're super thin. Well, so far I'm able to do more than I was able to do last time. I really had to go up over top of the one embankment one time and travel along that, which gave me not even a foot of clearance, or at least it felt like it. And I somehow made it through. All right, we want to stay out of that. I want to make sure that I protect my feet. I got boots on, but they're not motocross or, high dirt bike type boots. I'm going to hop over this area. A little bit of slipping, but so far so good. And this road, as you can see, has quite some ruts. Look at that. This Moto Guzzi is an air-cooled bike, so it will definitely get warm on me. Ugh. I know I should have done that standing, but again, I'm still newish to riding off-road. And with a 450-pound bike like this, granted it's not as heavy as some ADV bikes, but if this thing starts to tip over, I like to have my footing. I'm 5'8". I can't really complain too much because I'm on the short end of average. So mad props to all the shorter people out there who handle this stuff like a boss. I'll stand for the easy stuff. How's that? I'll cheat there. I just got to remember to keep the hands loose, keep the handlebar loose, let the bike do its thing, try to help guide it, but don't force it. The tires I'm rolling today are Pirelli MT60. They are brand new. I only have about 40 miles on them, so the rubber is still pretty fresh. I don't know how much more grip I would have with them on this type of terrain after 100 miles, but they at least feel a little better than what I had going. I have a oil sump guard protector on my oil sump. The Guzzis have an exposed well down below, which would normally be somewhat protected by the exhaust. However, I have a high exhaust, so the sump is completely exposed. I guess I keep going this way, if I remember correctly. Find the path of least resistance. That was a twig hitting the oil sump. Makes it loud and clear whenever it gets hit. I think I see the end. Oh, look at that. Hopefully there's nothing funky happening in this rut. Leaves are covering it up. Well, that's that. Should we do it again? Go the other way? Why not? Guess I didn't feel like I sweated enough. So now we are going west to east. And again, part of my caution is these leaves, as well as clearance. 450-pound standard bike. Clutch is getting a workout. I'm going to try and stand a little bit more, I said as I just sat down. There's a rut. Yeah, that's the sump. Saying hello. And again, these aren't the greatest tires for off-road. But I think everything considered can be used as an argument. I sure like to make excuses, don't I? Let's go with the middle. I am looking forward to servicing my brakes. I can never quite tell if ruts are my friend or if I should be avoiding them. And my observation is you just got to play it by ear or eye. Each individual case is relative, right? That's how it feels, at least. I know you want to avoid mud, which rests in ruts. And I guess we're going to do this. Well, interestingly enough, surprisingly enough, that Guzzi just went right through that. I didn't think that was shallow enough. I do have high mount exhaust, as I passively mentioned, made by 70 Tre. I guess that's how you would pronounce it. 70 TRE, 70 TRE. An Italian designer who has made a pretty good looking high mount exhaust. Aesthetically a little more pleasing than the Agostini that Moto Guzzi offers in their store. So again, I sit down because I don't know how much clearance. I'm still getting to know this bike as far as clearance goes, and I don't want to wipe out and then go tumbling. You know what? Best to go over here, I guess. So I would imagine if you have a lighter bike with a little bit higher clearance, it'd be a little easier to scoot and change lanes pretty easily while doing this stuff. I don't know what that pond is. Could even be just a retention pond. I don't know, but I know what direction we're going. We're avoiding that heftiness. Jesus. Trying to make sure to just keep the handlebars loose. Clutch is starting to feel a little bit of wear, or not wear, I'm sorry. Starting to feel some heat. Alright, we're going to dump into here. Again, I know I should be standing, but this is a lot of loose stuff, and I tell you, I'm sometimes afraid to go down. I'll be honest. I don't want to get into... There we go. I'll take that. I do have engine guards. They are those supplied by oh, guess we're not getting out of that. Stucci, and they wrap around the Moto Guzzi's cylinder heads. I feel like they are the most protective engine guards that you can get for the Guzzi V7 at least. The V85 TT, the new adventure bike that Moto Guzzi has out, has some more substantial engine protection, head protection. Alright, what did I do? I went up here, didn't I? Did I? No, I didn't. Did I? Well, we're going to see what I'm going to do. I'm maybe not the prettiest, but I got it. And I'm alive. Come on, just go through it, you got it. Good. Looks like, I don't know how I missed this, but that seemed easy enough. It's not the way I came in. That was it. I did it both ways. I didn't think that would happen, but thankfully we have a drought. Thank you so much, drought. That is Cherry Lane in Madbury Township, New Hampshire.